It's that part where nobody talking, but you still hear it breathing. Pressure don't make a sound till it cracks out.
What's up, LTC 84?
Yeah. Whole market been holding its call. Ain't dead, just pause. Like God, his style. Everybody left when it got too calm.
What's up, MK?
I stayed, I learned what quiet cost.
Watched what?
Ain't no hype, just hums in the basement. Block stack slow like patience.
Oh, I didn't see Chris's stream, no. I just got home. What was it, the Chris Green guy? I think it looks pretty good for Litecoin, to be honest. This is a massive change in volume at the lows here. Sustain today, maybe it'll sustain again tomorrow. Oh, as soon as he ended his stream, mine popped up. That's cool. I didn't see that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I don't know. We have total reset in funding or open interest and negative funding rates here. This is the most extreme to the downside it's been, and we have a lot of Coinbase volume, which is mostly spot. So I don't know. We bullish divergence on volume indicators here. I think there's a lot of people that just want it out, and other people taking the opportunity to accumulate one last time. But I think sentiment was killed harder here than here, when this was more drawn out.
But the signal's not there.
So it might take a couple of weeks, but that I think it's not going to take that long. Within a month or so, we can potentially break out here.
Was written somewhere else first, in structure, in imbalance, in the core. Everyone was trained.
It's Wong Wei, what's up? Is it bad that government shutdown has you happy to still be scooping up LTC under $100?
For death, and mistake noise for proof.
I don't know if that's the reason, but
the real chart.
Yeah, I mean, this might be your last opportunity here. You have so many.
The one they screenshot.
But
the one underneath, the one no one tracks.
I keep thinking that
the story's already been told. Just
this is the most
and when the break comes, they'll call it unpredictable.
Significant bullish divergence we've had off at the lows. We didn't even have bullish CMF divergence prior.
It isn't a pump.
At previous lows.
It's a permanent structural change that'll reverberate.
Except for here, but it was slight.
All at once. A move too deep
for traders
beyond the house's vision.
It's hard for me to ignore. It's just so different. This is different than really any time in Litecoin's 8-year history.
And by the time they see it, it won't be a chart anymore.
Starting to see some volume on the Bitcoin pairs too.
It'll be law.
On Coinbase at least. Happened at the prior lows here. We had an increase in volume before our rally. It happened here as well.
It was cash. Time don't move, it loads. Built from pressure, that code don't show. 8 years deep, now the calm explode. Hand steady while the thesis grows. They call that a break. I call that sync. I see their walls starting.
His live pre-recorded stream.
Before the systems know. Now you hear compression. It's the show.
It's hard to take that guy serious.
Every doubt was proof I was right. Now they watching frames realign. I see it's collapse in a blink of an eye.
I wonder why Litecoin keeps showing strength. Is it because people take profits and then spend their Litecoin? They gamble on memes, then use Litecoin? We're basically at the bottom, or touch the bottom of this range against altcoins. It might take a while to bottom out, but I don't know. Like this took a while to correct off the first tap of this upper trend line. And the second was much faster. Once this bottomed out,
now they all stare. This ain't flash, this depth ain't hype, this breath, all those winners.
each move was about a third of the time. This was about 50 days. This rally was 20, and then this was like 10. And each correction has been shorter. I think it's not going to take that long to bottom out. 130, 50, maybe 20 days, if that. Parallel channel, the 13 and 17 peaks, yeah. I think something like master's target is possible. If we see the structural shift that I thought was coming forever.
She was lit 8 years ago. Not tonight. Not last month.
I don't know, I guess you could draw this a little bit differently.
Real ignition don't flash. It lights before the narratives exist.
Wick to body trend line here.
It burns. How to breathe under pressure. They kept asking, when's it gonna happen? But it ain't already in motion. Like every delay wasn't part of the burn. The longer the fuse.
Yeah, I've seen it before. You can share it in here if you want, like from your X page.
Needed it all. Needed it slow. Needed every inch of silence to soak in disbelief. You call it failure.
Well, that Ben Cowan guy is using just recency bias. There's no.
Another layer of smoke under the floor.
It's worked out really well for him, I guess, at certain points, especially now because everyone's following him now, so it's probably the time where he's going to be most wrong. He wasn't so accurate at the beginning of the cycle, calling for like 10k Bitcoin here.
I was following the fuse.
But now since he's gotten the Ethereum move right and the Bitcoin dominance move right, which again, like calling price action is never as certain, but when you have simple correlations and explanations and it works a few times, people are going to follow you.
Is what it was leading to.
Betting on the second Bitcoin chain to be monetized and the narrative to change, unexpected blow off in BTC, is a giant shift you wouldn't see from any sort of historical type of pattern.
They keep talking like it's sudden. Like I ain't mapped the blast radius 5 winters back. Like I ain't write the code barrier.
Who knows? I mean,
you don't set detonation. You schedule it.
I just don't see how they don't see compression. They're just, I don't know. A lot of people have been told to write Litecoin off so they don't even look at the chart. They don't see any potential future in it.
All these charts look random till you wide in the frame. All these kings look safe till you light up the chain. Pressure never broke me, bait me. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause.
I don't know. We're like down to the wire on some of these structures. Litecoin against the entire altcoin market. Litecoin against a lot of individual altcoins.
8 years of still hands, one line of code. You can hear the you ever slow. Whole system built on borrowed hope.
Like the apex is January.
They love to worship what they don't use. Talk conviction can't pay dues.
And each move has been shorter in time. I don't think it takes longer. If we don't break out by November, I'd be really surprised.
They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, pin in the map, not a room glow white, detonate.
Light strategy TA? I don't even know what that. It's so illiquid.
Every pause, pin in the map, not a room glow white, detonation. Funny thing about time,
I have no idea.
don't heal it home.
It's like doing TA on Nakamoto.
You just wait for the etiquette. They thought collapse, I call it long.
This thing looks like it's going to zero.
Patience sounds like when it finally talks.
From $35 to zero. I think this whole crypto market gets destroyed in the next bear market. I think this is the last bull market for just buying random coins and they go up. But I've thought that since the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know where the bottom is for any of these coins. I think it's
I ain't at the blast radius 5 winners back. I ain't write the code, bury it under their arrogance.
gonna correct Bitcoin's entire 15-year price history.
Every year was latency. Took the noise,
Wouldn't be surprised to see like
now the pattern hums back faithfully.
under 10K.
Perfect time. They guessing I'm just reminded. Never chase nothing.
I think the idea that Bitcoin is gonna have strength into the next bear market is not correct. I think we transition in the next bear market from casino market to a monetization, and it'll be like a 5+ year process. And Bitcoin dominance will just get destroyed against competing Bitcoin chains, privacy chains. So I think every influencer is gonna be wrong.
Every pause, pin in the map, not a room glow white, detonation. 8 years of still hands, one line of code. You can hear the hum if you ever slow. Whole system built on borrowed hope. I just fed the truth to the circus smoke. They love to worship what they don't use. Talk conviction can't pay dues. I don't shout, I let proof move. Now the walls echo what I drew.
Let's see, the daily closes in 2 minutes.
They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, pin in the map, not a room glow white, detonation. Pressure never broke me, they thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, pin in the map, not a room glow white, detonation. Funny thing about time, it don't heal it home. You can't rush ignition, you just wait for the etiquette. They thought collapse, I call it long. This is what patience sounds like when it finally talks.
If you compare all the altcoins, a lot of them don't have negative funding rates here. Litecoin does. And they're the most negative they've been in a while. This is crazy.
Welcome, Miss Athena. File designation 74 Alpha. This interview is being recorded for O5 review. Amnestics will be administered pending outcome. Let's begin.
Used to need a call back, used to need a sign. Used to watch the numbers just to
What's up,
feel
Eric?
alive. Used to think the silence when I wasn't right. Now the quiet's peace, yeah, I sleep at night.
When it gets to November, it'll be breakout in January. Yeah, I mean, this has been really frustrating. A lot of people have thought every time at the highs we're gonna break out. It's historically kind of an anomaly. If you look at XRP's market structure, it broke out on the first try from the range lows. In Dogecoin, it's been tough for all alts. Again, it tested here, but it was on the second attempt. Litecoin's tried twice over a longer period of time. So, I don't know. This is really weird. For 4 years of constant rejection at the same level with higher lows is pretty insane. What up, NBK? Yeah, I don't believe that Chris Green guy. I wouldn't listen to people like that, to be honest. Even if he agrees with you, it's like, where did he come from? He just randomly starts pumping Litecoin and talking all these random narratives. No, I mean, I guess he has a big audience, so they're probably following him. But I'm not a huge fan of that type of analysis. I think in general, like, some of the principles he's saying are true. But just because, it'd be like if Michael Saylor started pumping Litecoin, I wouldn't take him serious. Just like I don't take him serious pumping Bitcoin.
I don't care if you buy, I don't need to sell my truth. It's been written in the sky, way before they had to prove. Let them talk, let them try.
It seems like a meme. He seems like a meme, but also some of the things he says are true. I just don't like this. Like, the system's going to reset right away. Like, if that actually happened, if we had credit contraction, it would blow up the whole casino. It would go to zero. Like, that no bid type action would come again. And that's what I think is going to happen. So this is like a good test run. Yeah, he keeps saying try this or else Satoshi. I don't even, does that even matter, right? It doesn't matter. Who Satoshi is? Those are all just it matters whether the thing is valuable or not. Nobody cared about Satoshi when Bitcoin went from 0 to 30 bucks. It's only in hindsight after price rally. And if the product you built is useful, it doesn't matter. Not for long term. Like, it has zero influence except on the speculative market. Right? Like, if Steve Jobs left Apple and made a different product, if the product sucked, it wouldn't matter that Steve Jobs made it. But if it came out, yeah, it would affect the price, right? If just because this market runs on memes. But has no impact on its long-term growth trajectory.
I don't care if I don't care when you sell. Seen them panic every headline, same show, same tell.
Like, even if, no matter, I don't like the celebrity type things. It's like, sure, they could pump it. But I remember Elon tweeting about Dogecoin, nobody cared until price went up, and then they all attributed it to him. Sure, some people with a lot of money and influence, large reach, can pump the price of something, but it doesn't do, it just is a short-term zero-sum game that results in some people getting rich.
care if I don't care when you sell.
Like if Elon added things to X, it doesn't do anything to adoption. It reduces demand for the underlying coin. If anything, if everyone's settling on credit layers, like X payments. But they can't force. Elon has like the biggest platform in the world. And he's like the biggest entrepreneur celebrity. His influence is zero growth on the decentralized market. Nothing. Except getting people to buy it.
I don't care if I don't care when you sell. Story still mine.
Why does Litecoin look bullish but never does something? It just lacks demand side, like speculative demand. It's done nothing in transactional activity over a year. But I'm bullish on this because I know the potential. It's about future growth expectation. And the network effect lead Litecoin has is far and above every other competitor besides BTC, and Bitcoin just can't grow.
They said I dream too loud, I said they think too small. I was building what they doubted, now they see it on the wall. Every scar became design, every loss became
Patience wins. This is crazy looking at this. 4 years. I mean, if you look at the previous consolidation of XRP, nowhere near as restricted. It was not even half the time. And this is not as compressed. It's crazy. I don't know if it's because of this giant wick that CMF is going vertical. But this hasn't happened on a price decline ever, or sideways price action. Oh, I guess it did here. 100. I don't know. I don't know how long this is gonna take. But I think we have to break out on the next move higher. But the way volume is looking here, sentiment, open interest, funding rates. The longer this continues here at the lows, I think if we see the rest of this week look like this, we may consolidate it at the bottom of this trend line, but I don't think it's going to take that long. It seems like spot buyers are just buying from leverage traders. right? Because open interest on the long side just keeps going down. It's a lot of coins. So we're down over 1 million, mostly in long contracts. Changed hands to 1.4 million coins. Just in leverage. Have been traded in the last few days. Another 5 years. I see the sentiment is like this. It's pretty bad right now, which is convincing me that in combination with everything else, like what happened here is this just wiped sentiment. It's worse than the slow decline here, which was higher in percentage terms. From the same level, 135, down to 63. I know people were fearful, but like comments I'm seeing are actually worse when we're in a much better position.
Patience ain't a weakness, it's a sign of control. The doubt and conviction they hold is borrowed. This is proof of time. Proof of faith.
But I do think there's a lot of people that said fuck this, like just get me out of this market. If you guys haven't read, I think Credible posted a pretty good article on what happened. We can read over it.
Every loss I took turned a future glass. Now I see it clear, yeah, I ain't bitter, I'm just certain. I don't chase, I pull the curtain. Let the truth breathe slow while the hype start hurting. All the false kings fall when the work's still working. They caught it like I caught it years.
I've heard 2 theories on this. This one and then someone dumping stable coins to break the peg so that Binance's collateral system like used the token instead of the underlying asset as the liquidation prices, so it just wiped everything on Binance. I mean, whoever did do this attack was very smart. And it's not like they did anything illegal. Another visit to 95 potentially. Yeah, it's possible. I'm just so surprised at this sustained elevated volume. It's more than what drove price higher here. We have higher volume where price is not moving, we're just trading hands, than we had for this whole 40% rally. That's what's kind of crazy to me. And same here, right? We haven't had this high volume except for here, right? When price dropped, it was decently, it wasn't even as significant as right here, but price recovered really fast after that wick from 81 back to 140. So let's see if this can persist. If funding rates remain negative, And the spot buying continues. Price should reverse strongly eventually after we work through everyone that, you know, is capitulating now.
I just stand, cause hype don't last and greed don't build. Fate gets tested when the charts stand still. They scream to the moon, I breathe, I chill.
Like this is a 61% collapse in open interest.
When it's mania, they all wanna talk. When it's quiet,
Nothing has been.
they all disappear. That's how you know who's real. They fade with the noise, I stare. Been here for the change, I don't chase. When the hype gets loud,
Thanks, MBK.
I'll move, I stay calm.
Yeah, more shorts than longs right now. I mean, it's not a ton of open interest in general, but funding rates are negative. We haven't had
When the lights go black and the hype runs down, I'm still here, same crowd.
many points in time where funding was negative.
I'll still be here when it's quiet again.
I wish I could see cumulative volume delta just on Coinbase. Maybe I can. Oh. Oh, it's calling me Litecoin forecast. Yeah, that's fine.
Every feed got a new monopoly. Same pitch, same face, same lottery.
Pivot shorts were pretty high still,
They don't love tech, they love
but they came in
they just spend. They hype, but they
like
don't
after
comprehend. And
this.
it'll all come back to silence again. They fade with the noise. I stay, been here for the change. I don't chase when the hype gets loud and the charts all move. I stay calm, I already knew. They fade with the noise. I keep my ground. You can set a dream, I build a sound when the lights go black.
They
and
came
the
in
hype
at
runs down, I'm still
21
same
UTC
crowd. They gon' say they
time.
call, they gon' act like they plan.
Like they literally came in right on this.
Spinning off dopamine plans, I seen this before. I just stand, cause hype don't
Move
last and
down.
greed don't build. Faith gets tested when the charts stand still. They scream to the moon, I breathe, I chill. Truth don't change.
Maybe they were just a few hours before it happened. But it, like most of them came in. Oh yeah, right on this candle. So I don't know how much of a signal that is.
That's how you know.
And a lot of them haven't taken profits. I mean, they started this profit taking.
I don't chase when the hype gets loud and the charts all move. I stay calm, I already knew. They fade
But
with the noise.
in aggregate,
You can set a dream, I'll build a sound when the lights go black and the hype runs down. I'm still here. Same crown.
and they usually collapse on upward momentum and price. They just capitulate. Longs got wrecked. Like, literally everyone's just reducing their long exposure.
I'll still be here
On the leverage side.
when it's quiet again. Yeah. It's a minute, but the ground remember. Now everything's waking up. I planted in the quiet when no one cared to look. Watered down with faith that the seasons took. Every way was a whisper saying not yet.
This is pretty similar to XRP right here.
Hold me now below. They chase the fruit, I learned the soil. They talk returns, I stay loyal.
Bitcoin rallies here. Litecoin could have this double bottom.
Now the ground itself knows how.
And then go.
I can feel the leaves turn toward the light. What was buried now breathes at night. Didn't need a rush or beg to be seen. The harvest shows what the patience
work was worth the pain. Standing in a storm just to feel the rain. Turns out the storm was a sign, not the curse. It was water hiding in reverse. Now I see green where the doubt once lay. The proof of years in the bloom today. Didn't chase the sun, just learned to stay. Now the sky bends down my way. All the time I thought was lost was roots growing under frost. Every fall just fed the ground. So even silence had its sound. Now it's showing slow.
Yeah, this is a long.
Didn't scream, didn't fight to be the truth. Roots all we're all gonna see.
This is so long since it's entered this price range, April 2022. Yeah, it's been 1,300 days. Crazy. $1,300-day consolidation. I think there's like two ways to safely. I had made money in the past in crypto. Just bet on Bitcoin only, or bet on inflection points with altcoins, and literally you just have to wait, and you eventually outperform Bitcoin over the long run if you caught one of these. This was like catching Bitcoin from 200 to 40,000. And it happened in 4 months. But it took Bitcoin 2,000 days. 6 years. I feel like everyone who's holding Litecoin now makes it. If this eventually plays out, will outperform everyone who's held Bitcoin since 2013 in like a very short amount of time. I watch the math and pressure build when nobody asks. Yeah. So yeah, keep saying it's over. That's cool. Even the grave can hold breath before the shoulder twitch. Pressure point. And the twitch just hit. 40% of Litecoin is on 100 accounts. What do you mean? Most of those, like, you mean wallet addresses? Yeah, most of those are exchanges where they have millions of users.
Everyone's watching the chart. They stare at the surface. Numbers dancing, candles flickering, thinking that's where truth lives. But the signal's not there. It never is. The movement they're chasing was written somewhere else first, in structure, in imbalance, in the core. Everyone was trained to believe didn't matter. They mistake stillness for death, they mistake noise for proof. But the real chart, the one that matters, ain't the one they screenshot. It's the one underneath, the one no one tracks. The story's already been told, just not where they're looking. And when the break comes, they'll call it unpredictable.
You know what I think is funny is that there's only like a few people in the whole world that look at monetization stats for cryptocurrencies, and almost everyone's staring at the price chart, when ultimately the only thing that will drive price is the monetization level. But it's like 0.001% actually look at it. And then all the on-chain Bitcoin people are just tracking speculative flows, inflows, outflows, and macro data. They stopped looking at what
It'll be
mattered.
law.
Literally everyone. It's so crazy to me. It's transitioned from like there's literally
It was
nothing
never
else Bitcoin
chance.
is except money.
It was cash.
And the greater fool theory game can only go on so long.
Time don't move, it loads. Built from pressure, that code don't show. 8 years deep, not a calm explode. Hand steady while a thesis grows. They call that a break. I call that sink. I see their walls starting to shrink. Charts twitch first before the systems know. Now you hear compression. It's the show.
I don't think this is
Every
right.
pause was fuel in disguise.
But I could see us
Every
moving
doubt
back
was
up to
proof I
one
was right. Now they watching frames realign. I see it's collapsing.
this level.
It was never chance, it was cash. Pressure cooking symmetry.
Pretty fast.
Compressed time, whole arc hit instantly. It was never chance, it was
We're
cash.
on another 9 cell signal.
No countdown, no warning sign.
Just boom, compressed time. Yeah. You can't rush ignition, you wait for air. Whole world built on the myth of fear. I just sat still till the math aware. Then I press play. Now they all stare. This ain't flash, this depth ain't hype, this breath. All those winners, interest left. Now it's time debt paying itself. Every second stretched and snap.
GameStop issued a dividend to distract from Litecoin.
Now look, everything overlap.
I feel like there's a lot of things being. There's this whole market's a distraction. I can't believe people have like Ralph Powell, macro managers, have 80% of their liquid net worth in Sweet Coin. Something that just launched not that long ago. That's like a casino token.
Just boom,
That's how
compressed
I see
time.
all these comments and people. Like, that's what the whole market's. We're like a niche, small community, but the vast majority of people are just treating this like a casino, which it is, but they're positioning so aggressively in things that have no proven long-term fundamental story.
The fuse is lit 8 years ago. Not tonight.
See, like, when hold this 3-day
Not last
cloud.
month. 8 years. You didn't see the spark because real ignition don't flash. It lights before the narratives exist. It burns how to breathe under pressure. They kept asking, when's it gonna happen? But it ain't already in
Cycles
motion.
extended. I think people might have to lose the term cycle after this one. Eventually, the inflationary cycles in the macro side that has been pushing financial assets higher.
Needed it all.
That correlation is going to break.
Needed it
Then it will
slow.
just be
Needed every inch of silence to soak in
dependent
disbelief.
upon
You call it failure.
growth in monetary demand.
I call it architecture. Each year, another layer of smoke under the floor. Each doubt,
But this
another inch of power. line in
end
the
stage
path.
thing is just driving.
8 years of
Everything's a
burn.
popularity contest, right?
8 years
Most
of
of the AI
meditation.
stocks,
8
stuff
years
that
of you
don't have proven fundamental profit,
I didn't fall.
real earnings potential
I
or
was following
mooning,
the fuse.
have been. Gold and
Now,
silver, entirely speculative.
Listen close.
Absolutely
sound you
ripping.
hear
Bitcoin,
anytime
it's the
I'm
same
around.
thing.
It's truth catching up. The fuse is gone now. All that's left is what it was leading to.
Hopefully we bottomed here against XRP. I think we had a lot of short-term money go buy the most beaten up altcoins. Play the bounce. Then we can see strength return to LTC.
Like I ain't mapped the blast radius, 5 winners back.
What the heck,
Like I ain't
where's
write the
my
code, bury it under their arrogance.
chart?
You don't set detonation, you schedule it. Yeah, this ain't love, it's latency. Every L was latency. Watch the noise, took notes on the symmetry. Now the pattern hums back at me. Perfect pitch, perfect timing. They busy guessing, I'm reminded. I ain't chased nothing, I designed it. All these charts look random till you wide in the frame. All these kings look safe till you light up the chain. Pressure never broke me, baby. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated.
Organize these ones today.
That's small. Pressure never broke me, baby. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, pin in the map, not a room glow white, detonation. 8 years of still hands, 1 line of code. You can hear the hum if you ever slow. Whole system built on borrowed hope. I just fed the truth to the circus smoke. They love to worship what they don't use. Talk conviction, can't pay dues. I don't shout, I let proof move. Now the walls echo what I drew. Pressure never broke me, baby. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated.
Why does Ben Cohen hate Litecoin? He just hates, I think in general, all altcoins. Anything that hasn't performed in the past, he's going to dismiss. It's working, right? Trend following works. I think there's 2 ways to make money. It's betting on major inflection points based on a thesis you have that diverges from what's been popular in the past. Litecoin's extremely unpopular, but I think Bitcoin scales horizontally. And I think the narrative in memes around greater fool theory speculation about governments or institutions will end. And if Bitcoin has to stand on the own weight of its own monetization, it's going to go down a lot. And once we get into a market where there's actually real demand for this at a higher level, if we do, then the trade-off to switching to Litecoin is almost 0, and that you can save 1,000 times on cost. It's just so small compared to anything else in life, right? If you're taking like
They keep talking like it's sudden, huh?
the subway versus Uber, right? They're 2 things that get you to the same place, but one's 10x cheaper. People often just walk to the subway to take it, even if it's far more inconvenient. This is like if you could take Uber versus Lyft, and one is 1,000 times cheaper, but the market, there's not much monetary demand. And people are just all betting on the stock price. It's like everyone wants to own Uber because everyone else wants to own it. And they say it's like in this case, the only car company, you only need 1 car company. Doesn't matter about what it costs or what it eventually will cost. You know, all the investors are subsidizing the security of the network. They think it's free. But I think if there's high demand to start moving money over these networks, it's inevitable that people will just maximize the utility to themselves. And it might be more bullish that Litecoin has not broken out yet until potentially Bitcoin makes its final move, because in that environment the migration can from BTC to LTC at the higher value range can be so significant that it pushes Litecoin price up 10x alone. I think market makers would step away, just remove asks, kind of like they remove liquidity on the downside here. They're like, we're not going to make a market if we can get blown out. And then you just see these massive pumps. Change in narrative. Be the biggest change in narrative ever. It's coming. It has to. It will inevitably come if Bitcoin actually is demanded to a higher degree.
Yeah. When the flash fades, you see what was always there. Yeah. Pressure made light made silence.
Nice, Andre. Nice trade.
The wall still carved with what was said.
But I'm not trying to time this. I just built a huge position over time. Let it play out. I don't care about short-term price movements. It's not like I'm going to be actively trying to trade to capture 10% when I think the upside is just similar to buying Bitcoin at 400. But I know the process on the monetary side can catch up to where Bitcoin was here at 60K in like, really it's possible overnight, but probably takes a few months.
I walk through them like holy ground. Every ghost a teacher now. Every fall rewrote the vow. The fire didn't end, it changed form. Heat became hot, pain became norm. They see ruin, I see reform. Still the same life.
Are we bracing for another down move?
And now I know why patience felt cruel.
It's possible.
It wasn't waiting, it was fuel. The detonation wasn't destruct.
But I'm thinking it's less likely than, I mean, not significant downside. Because we have negative funding rates and almost no leverage on the long side. So the only thing would be spot holders capitulating. Or that the bull market for crypto is over.
The sound still moves even after it fades.
But there's a lot of buying, a lot of trading happening here. You have this horizontal support and this diagonal within this triangle. So there's a lot of support here. The volume indicators look bullish. At least the most sensitive one, CMF. For sure, can it go lower? Yeah. I just think this is a huge anomaly that we haven't seen
Welcome, Miss Athena.
at prior bottoms,
File
right?
designation
The volume
74 alpha.
here
This interview is being recorded for
is like
05
2x
review.
more than the volume at the
Unless checks will be
$63 low.
administered pending outcome. Let's begin.
The only other time we saw a significant, well, price went up. We really haven't seen this happen ever.
Describe a time you faced a conflict on your
Except
team,
after an
a colleague
80% drop.
compromised by a mimetic
$40
theme.
bucks.
Situation, their logic began to decay. Spoken fractal patterns. Then they started to pray. The task at hand, preserve them, but keep the threat at bay. Contain the contagion before the end of the day. Your primary asset was turning from friend to a foe. A conceptual hazard with nowhere to go. The action you took, was it protocol true? Did you follow procedure or improvise something new? When
Yeah. It's that that part where nobody talking, but you still hear it breathing. Pressure don't make a sound till it cracks some. Yeah. Whole market been holding his call. Ain't dead, just pause. Like God, his style. Everybody left when it got too calm. I stayed, I learned what quiet costs. Yeah, ain't no hype, just hums in the basement. Block stack slow like patience. Charge flat line, but my faith in it. I'm used to the room getting vacant. They laugh when you build and drop till they need what you build to get out. Pressure don't warn you.
Yeah, I need this Litecoin ETF to get approved.
Now I've been tucked in the cone too long. Yeah, can feel the wall start singing songs. Yeah, they don't see heat till it fall they lands. They don't see the flash till it's gone. Yeah, pressure point we close. Whole world leaning on his post. You can call it still, I call it low. Oh, 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 oh. Quiet, don't be froze. They scroll past proof like ads. Call faith delusion. Call time sad, but time stack stats. I watch the math and pressure build when nobody asks. Yeah. So yeah, keep saying it's over. That's cool. Even the grave can hold breath before the shoulder twitch. Pressure point, and the twist just hit.
I made this album, it's called Detonation. I've been waiting to release it when we break out.
They stare at the surface. Numbers dancing, candles flickering. Thinking that's
What's up,
where
Harley
truth
Lee?
lives.
I should have Ben on, but I know what he's gonna say.
The signal's not
His
there.
analysis is, again, it's like all the Bitcoin on-chain people,
never
or all the
is.
people looking at Bitcoin. It's like,
The movement they're chasing.
one, seasonal,
written
it's
somewhere
like based
else
on
first.
historical performance during certain
Structure,
periods of the year.
An imbalance in the core.
It's based on past
Everyone was trained to believe it didn't matter.
things that happen at, again,
They
seasonal
mistake
points in the
stillness
year.
for death. They mistake noise for proof. But the real chart, the one that matters,
I know he uses
ain't the
like
one they screenshot.
M2,
It's the one
quantitative
underneath, the
easing
one no
versus
one tracked.
QT. He's always said that QE is bullish for
The
all
story's
season.
already been told, just not where
I like completely disagree. I think the next round of I think the market tops at peak expectation of future liquidity. Like far in advance of when the actual money printer starts going wild.
It isn't a pump.
Just people are
It's a
forward looking.
permanent structural change.
Price
that'll
it in.
reverberate everywhere. All
And I
at
think we have one
once.
of the worst bear markets in the middle of massive
A move
liquidity
too deep for
injection.
traders beyond the house's vision.
Kind of like 08, 09.
Built between the lines, not above them.
Or like COVID, right? It's not like markets
And by the time they
instantly recovered. People were scared,
a
even though
chart
there's massive
anymore.
money and it all went into financial assets.
see it, it'll be law.
But yeah, he'd just pull up the LTC BTC chart and say, hey, this has gone down forever. Why would you think it would reverse?
It was cash.
And I think there's two ways. Either on the fundamental side,
Time don't move it
we
low.
move into the higher value
Built from
ranges,
pressure that cold don't
which can
show.
pump price. It's like the only coin in the whole market that's at that has potential demand on the fundamental side that can move price. At least on the proof of work side. Nothing else. It can only rally on hype, or like with Zcash, where there's like this planned influencer campaign at a time when the market's, you know, pretty illiquid. So either Litecoin pumps from that, or it just takes 1,000 times less money to move it, right? So it can rally the same way Zcash did for the same reasons. Alright, just speculative demand eventually breaking out here where there's no supply and it gaps up. Retail people start searching for it. Some are convinced by price action. You just get the typical reflexive move. what's been driving all the proof of stake stuff is kind of like fundamental demand in 2017 with the ICOs. It was like you needed ETH to buy all these tokens that were created that had these narratives that people, you know, believed in. Right, so it created a lot of underlying demand. People didn't really want to speculate on ETH, they just wanted to speculate on the coins built on ETH. They didn't see it as the store value. Then that changed, right? ETH matured. There's quite a bit of transaction activity. People now just hold it. And that's the same process Litecoin's going through right now. It's like, oh, I sell my coin into Litecoin so I can spend it. At some point it switches. People hold on to it. And it's already happening, but it will happen to a greater extent. But yeah, the massive rallies in crypto happen from a combination of fundamental and speculative demand. And that's what I think we're going to see for Litecoin, both at the same time.
The fuse is lit.
But what's unique about Litecoin is it went sideways forever. So the supply on the asset is super tiny. The relative increase in fundamental demand is huge. And then, you know, all the people that don't own it trying to buy it in a short amount of time.
Ignition don't flash. It lights before the narratives exist.
Do I remember Vertcoin? Yeah, from like 2017.
How to breathe under pressure.
I remember some influencer guy was promoting it. I don't know if he's still around.
When's it gonna happen? It ain't already.
What was his name? There's some guy that was getting paid a ton of money in 2017 to talk about all these coins.
The longer the fuse,
And it's like,
the bigger the detonation.
it's funny. I should have taken note on that back then, because it's like self-fulfilling prophecy. Whatever the influencers are promoting when they're getting free tokens is like what all their crowd would buy, and they were super liquid, so they just pump. Kind of like exactly what happened, has been happening forever. Bitcoin influencers doing the same thing.
Each year,
Meme coin influencers.
smoke under the floor. Each doubt, another inch of powder line in the path. 8 years of burn. 8 years of maybe later. 8 years of you.
But I think that guy's name was Nick something.
I didn't fall. I was following the fuse. Now, listen close.
It'd be surprising if we just pump straight from here. I think this takes a little bit of time.
That sound you hear ain't time running out.
Or maybe bottoms like this, and then goes
It's
vertical.
truth
But
catching up.
it's coming.
All that's left is what
What's up, Rob D? Vertcoin will probably pump before this piece of shit. I don't know. Some of the coins that were pumping outside of Zcash, you know, aren't even back to their. They're just back to their lows in 2020. So this would be like Litecoin equivalent of 30, 40 bucks or whatever it went to. Dash.
Like I ain't mapped the blast radius, 5 winners back. Like I ain't write the code, bury it under their arrogance. You don't set detonation, you schedule it. Yeah, this ain't love, it's latency. Every L was latency. Watch the noise,
Yeah,
took
guys,
notes
every
on the
L was
symmetry.
just latency.
Now the pattern hums
Just
back at me.
delayed.
Perfect pitch, perfect timing. They busy guessing, I'm reminded. I ain't chased nothing, I designed it. All these charts look random till you wide in the frame. All these kings look safe till you light up the chain. Pressure never broke me, baby. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, a pin in the map.
Yeah,
Now the room glow white.
It's hard to time it, so
Pressure never broke me, baby. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated.
I need to pay more attention to this when
Pin
we're
in the map. Now the room glow white.
actually rallying. But
8
the
years of still hands, one line of code. You can hear the hum if you ever slow. Whole system built on
The
borrowed
volume on
hope.
this initial
I just
rally
fed the
was
truth
not
to the circus
very
smoke.
high at all.
They love to worship what they don't use. Talk conviction, can't pay dues. I don't shout, I let proof move. Now the walls echo what I drew.
Got Drake dropping Litecoin bars.
Pressure never broke me.
Does it sound like Drake?
They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, pin in the map. Now the room glow white.
Well, I have like 10 hours of this.
Pressure never broke me. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, pin in the map. Now the room glow white.
I mean, it's possible to be right this
Funny
this
thing
quarter.
about time.
I think the odds are pretty low though.
You can't rush ignition.
It looks good so
You just
far,
wait for
like
the
with the information that we have.
They thought collapse. I call it long.
I don't think
This is what patience sounds like when it finally talks.
where'd it go. Like, this does not have. It'd be surprising to me, just because we've seen shortening consolidations before each move up to this upper trend line. That, you know, doesn't keep getting shorter. Like, this is a long rally from the bottom here to the top. 448 days.
Yeah.
And then an extremely long
They keep talking
downturn.
like it's sudden, huh?
265
Like I ain't got the
days.
blast radius 5 winners back. Like I ain't
And
like the
then,
code, bury
you
it
know,
under
this move
the
was much
arrogance.
shorter in
You don't
time,
say
but still
detonation. You schedule.
relatively longer than the next.
This ain't
60
luck,
days,
it's latency.
and 22,
Every year was latency.
and 15.
Took the noise, drew symmetry. Now the pattern hums back faithfully. Perfect pitch, perfect time. They guessing I'm just reminded.
I don't know.
Never
And
chase
then you
nothing,
combine
not
that
designed
with
it. Zoom out.
negative funding rates,
See
which
the
we haven't
line.
had in 2 years,
Charts
really.
look random till you wide in the frame. Kings look safe till you
And
light
almost
up the
no
chain.
longs left on the leverage side. Thought, you know, decent amount of spot buying on Coinbase, higher than any previous correction, even down to $50. I mean, the volume, it's just, I think it's really significant. We had less buying interest at $50 than we do right now at 97.
Every pause, pin in the map, now the room glow white, detonation. 8 years of still hands, one line
I
of
don't know,
code.
just from a classical
You can
charting
hear the hum if
perspective,
you ever slow.
this typically breaks out
Whole
3/4
system
of the
built
way
on
through the
borrowed
triangle.
I just
And
fed
it
the
started
truth to the
here,
circus
the
smoke.
apex should be,
They love to worship what they don't use.
I don't know.
Talk conviction, can't pay dues. I don't shout, I let proof move. Now the walls echo what I drew.
Around 500 days.
Pressure never broke me, baby. They thought it was quiet, I was
So,
calibrated.
be around
Every pause, pin in the map. Now the room glow white, detonation.
around December.
Pressure never
like-
broke me, baby. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, pin in the map. Now the
Time you'd
room
expect
glow
it to
white,
break out, if I
detonation.
measured that right.
Funny thing about time, it don't heal it home.
The start of December.
You
So
can't
I don't
rush
know.
your
It's
mission.
realistically
You
that's a
just
month
wait
and a
for
half
the
away.
etiquette. They thought collapse. I call it long.
Oh, sorry.
This is what patience sounds like when it finally talks.
I'll turn that down. It's quiet in my headphones, but I think on the stream it was. Yeah, hardly. It looks good for a relatively faster move out of here. But we have fooled around at the bottom. Right, last time we touched the bottom, it was 22 days before we rallied again. Previously here, it was 97 days. So I expect it to be shorter if this holds true. Less than 20 days. So it could be this month. You know, we saw that crazy scam wick where Litecoin briefly lost relative strength again, like it did here. but I think it's going to resume faster this time. We're already starting to see the interest. Like if you look at these other coins, they had a lot of interest on catching the relief bounce, but volume's been declining since that major wick. If you use the same exchange, I mean it's the same for ETH, right? There's not significant change in volume here. Bitcoin, yeah, not really different. Litecoin's significant. I need the only one that looks similar is Tau, but it's rallying. Again, it's like hard to notice for most people, but this asset's so tiny that any move at the margins is significant. Yo, what up, PD? Continuing on here. We saw similar things here with XRP before it broke out.
Welcome, Miss Athena. File designation 74 Alpha. This interview is being recorded for O5 review. Amnestics will be administered pending outcome. Let's begin.
Turn it up. Feel this rise. One line. Just one line. I like the coin.
This might be institutional accumulation here. Coinbase is the entity that most those guys use.
Not here for the noise. Catch the wave early. Not about hype, it's about time. Simple move, sharp mind.
I wanted to watch this thing that Nick tagged me in, because I think it's I'll just find his profile.
Steady, not desperate. It's earned, not gifted. No rush, no mess. Just progress.
I think this
Yeah, the
is
technical versus fundamentals. When you're making an investment decision or a trading decision,
it's gonna say
how do you
legend.
piece the two together? How much time do you spend looking at charts today?
Okay, so every night at about 4:30, I get 272 charts. They cover just about every group in the stock market, every commodity, every currency cross I'm interested in, every fixed income market around the world. And they're basically daily, weekly, and monthly. Daily is supposed to predict 8 to 20 days, weekly 8 to 20 weeks, and monthly 8 to 20 months. When I make an investment decision, it's usually, sometimes, believe it or not, the idea comes from the charts, but I will never invest just on a chart. But if I really like a fundamental thesis and the chart stinks, I won't do it. There's, my old boss used to say, in terms of stocks, I apologize to women in the audience, there's 6,000 girls out there. If 20 or 30 of them look great, I don't need to bother with the rest. And you can always find, at least in terms of equities, 20 or 30 great fundamental stories that the chart looks good. But I always assume that the market may know something. And I've always had a great deal of respect for the market. So I'd say 75 to 80% of my ideas come from fundamental, and then they're verified by the chart. But I've also found ideas from...
I think that's a good statement from him, because there's really confluence between the two. And that's what I don't like about cryptocurrency markets is there's so many people making decisions solely based on a price chart when they have no clue what it even does, what the fundamental story even is. Right? I see a lot of these traders like that, where they're good at technical analysis, but they never did the work on the fundamental side. And Druckenmiller says 80% fundamentals, 20% technical analysis. But if you have no idea what's going to drive the price long term, I don't know how you make a speculative or investment decision based on that. That's why I position Litecoin fully, because long-term compression, extremely misaligned understanding, or misunderstanding, at least I'm interpreting it that way by the market, by what I see posted everywhere, versus the truth. So I feel you can't have more alignment than this. Max compression, overall view that Bitcoin will go into a blow off. All markets really will. And it's already kind of happening. That would drive transaction migration and eventually get a breakout here. So it's like the charts and the fundamental story align really well, at least with the long-term thinking. I know the long-term fundamental idea is correct because I had it before anyone else and saw it play out. It's just timing is tough. But I forgot, Andrew had a comment. You bought Litecoin on Coinbase on Saturday and you still can't get it off the exchange? That's weird. I don't know how Coinbase works. I know people have had problems, like they have delays in processing transactions. I don't know why. It should be all automated. Whenever I've used exchanges, I never use Coinbase because I signed up once way long time ago, I think in 2016, and they had the worst support ever. I felt like it sucked. That's when they had GDAX and their retail Coinbase exchange, and the fees were so high. It was 5% because they had no competition. And I'm like, how does the biggest exchange in the US suck so bad? So I used itBit for a while and Bittrex. And both those were good. Bittrex went bankrupt, but I think Paxos is still around. Yeah, I would ask Coinbase why. They obviously have enough Litecoin to fulfill the withdrawal request. I would ask them why it's taking so long. Thanks for the share, Andrew. What up, Sunny? The others chart looks like it's about to go roll over here a bit. But then probably you'll get a lot of buying if it does roll over, and then eventually break out here. I feel like if we do get a rally out here to all-time highs, will be the last time to sell the random others tokens that you may own. Stablecoin issuance still going vertical. It's a lot of like $100 million Bitcoin transactions in a row, all like within the last hour. I wonder who's moving all this. And a lot of USDC too. Maybe this is an OTC transaction, because it's like USDC exchanged for Bitcoin. That's what it looks like. And Paxos USD exchange for Bitcoin. Looks like somebody probably bought a shit ton of Bitcoin here. It's a lot. It's all 100 Bitcoin amounts. This has been going on for a while. Almost no volume for Kraken. Yeah, it seemed like Coinbase and Robinhood actually held up during the crash. that guy Kyle just Mihao? I used to have a friend named Mihao, like this Polish guy. Different last name though, but it was like Kraszewski. He's a dating coach. I don't know what that means. What? I feel like if you're looking for a dating, like just get in shape and do something. Find something you're good at, and people just, girls will come to you. Be better at someone else than better at something than like everyone else, and you don't have problems. I don't like the modern dating philosophies of like you're trying so hard to appear like you don't care. It's so weird.
Inflation didn't disappear. It hid in financial assets and in hiding. Painted the opposite picture. Rising stocks meant falling foundations. Rising homes meant hollowed streets. What looked like wealth.
Alright guys, I don't know what to do here. Let's see anything else that we can look at. We're like right under this long-term moving average. This is the 200-day. There's also the 50-week moving average and this horizontal. So if we can break above that, just from spot demand, be in a good position. I don't know, there is a pretty good trader that's bullish link but bearish Litecoin. I don't know how. Just because this was a 21 cycle winner. It doesn't have the same type of symmetrical triangle structure. Because we didn't pay him. Oh, that reminds me, last night I saw a bunch of Ripple ads around New York City, like on the wall and then on a taxi, like they have the screens on top of their cars, and Ripple kept popping up. I'm like, wow, who paid for that? It's crazy they can just print money and pay for these really expensive ads everywhere, and then they can buy political influence too. Trend line from inception. Where's the Vantage chart? I don't know how this got deleted or what happened.
On the spreadsheet, broke in the fridge, air in the balance sheet, flame in the crib. Future got pawned for a flex, bought another chain, but we sold the next check. Wealth was a mask, inflation wore it. Mansion
It's so tough.
laws in the chorus, pull forward meals, starve in the soil. Charts look royal, but the roots.
I guess you could take like yeah, it's not going to work here. The only one that would hold up is this one. No, not even. I guess if you take out the wicks, this kind of holds. I think we're going to see the craziest rally. If you take this wick to body trend line on the monthly time frame, see April. Get like 7K. Yeah, they got their own money printer. Yeah, I'm sure they can like work with market makers too. They got influencers, they've got ads around the world, they've got political influence. They got really rich. Whoever was around from the beginning, right? The creators. I think it was up 1000x. And of course, if the thing makes you rich, you're gonna like say it's the greatest invention ever, or justify it in your own head. I think this is gonna reverse against ETH though. It's like we deviated below the lows. We have a lot of bullish divergence. It's kind of like here, after it grinded up sideways, took out the lows and reversed. It's similar. The meme 2-week chart, I think we're on a 9 here. Oh, we were before. Alright, guys, I think I'm gonna go work out while this goes sideways. Thanks for hanging out, though. Casey's gas station stock. What's the ticker? Casey's General Stores. What the hell? Should have been in gas stations when I was born. How did this go parabolic? What about their business model was so great? Is it just like a chain gas station thing, franchised? It's like Starbucks of gas stations. Like, I feel like there'd be so much competition, gas stations, that it wouldn't be a great business to be in. Unless you had some Starbucks-like franchising ability. Alright, guys. Last thing, I don't know why there's this, oh, this is good. It was actually Coinbase. Coinbase has a premium here, which has been a good sign. I was wondering, I thought it was Binance that had a premium, which typically wasn't great news, but Coinbase does have these what? Oh, no, it doesn't. What is this exchange? Oh, it's Vantage. That's why. I changed the order and everything, and it confused me. Alright, peace out, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you all tomorrow. Our time is coming.